Today we're going to do an easy craft that's going to help us learn and remember our right hand and our left hand. If you're looking at me, I held up my right hand, but if you mirror me, remember when we did mirror, mirror? That's your left hand. If we're looking in different directions, then my right would be on this side, but I would need to cross my hand to shake your right hand on that side. If we're facing the same direction, right is always to the right and left is always to the left. It can be confusing, and that's why we're doing this project. You can print off this paper that says left and right. Or if you want, you can just have somebody who already knows how to write left on the left side of the paper and right on the right side of the paper. For this project, I'm using finger paints, and I'm choosing red because red starts with r, r, r. Just like the word right, r, r, right. So I'm going to use red on my right hand, and I chose blue for my left hand. I also brought a paintbrush, and you'll want 2 wet wipes. Keep the wet wipes on your left hand and on your right hand so that you can use them immediately after you've painted. I'm going to start with the red for my right hand, and I'm going to use a paintbrush this time to paint my finger paint all over my right hand. Some people love the feeling of paint on their hands, and some people really don't, and that's okay. The good news is it's only going to be here for a minute. Did you notice that I'm in my apron? Make sure that you're not getting your finger paint all over your clothes by wearing an apron or a paint shirt. Okay, now that I have my paint all over my hand, I want to keep my fingers open, not closed. Open those fingers. And I'm going to set my hand straight down. Don't wiggle my fingers. And then straight up. And then onto the wet wipe. Okay? So, straight down. Don't wiggle my fingers. Press your hand down to get all that paint on the paper. Now straight up. And onto the wet wipe. Parents, when I did this in preschool, all I did was set the wet wipe on their hand, have them close their hands like this, and go straight to the sink to wash it off. You'll probably want to wipe off your paintbrush too, or rinse it off. And now I'm going to do my left hand, and I chose blue. So same thing. Cover that all over your hand. It wasn't on her hand for very long though, was it? Cover it on there. Okay, remember how we did this? Straight down, don't wiggle your fingers, keep them open. Straight down, press it, straight up and onto the wet wipe. Just like straight down, press your fingers onto the paper and straight up and straight to the wet wipe. Go wash off that hand. And now we have a picture that shows our handprint in red for our right hand and in blue for our left hand. And you can hang this on your door or your mirror so you can hold up your hands and remember, is it my left hand or my right hand?